All right, so today when you guys get your clay, it will be wrapped up in your baggie. We're calling you by your magic number. Make sure you're staying on your placemat today and you'll have your toolkit. You'll also get a little piece of extra clay, and this is for your dog or cat's eyes, nose, and ears. You should have plenty of clay here. You shouldn't need any more than this. Step number one, super carefully, you want to go ahead and take out your dog or kitty's head. It should be nice and stuck together. It might be a little bit stuck to your baggie, so do your best to kind of wiggle him out. Your clay is wet and sticky. When I get him out, he's still looking really good. If I notice something got a little dented, I could smooth it out with my finger. But the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to start taking some pieces off of this to add some of my details. So first step, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a nose. I'm doing a dog, so I'm going to go ahead and take a pinch, kind of like the size of a gumball. I'm going to roll it in my hand, and then I can use my finger and my thumb to just kind of flatten it into a little hamburger patty or little baby pancake, just like that. And that looks like a perfect nose for my dog. If I don't want it to be a perfect circle, I could push a little bit on the top and the bottom to make it more like an oval. If I wanted it to be a triangle because I was doing a kitty cat, I could go ahead and I could pinch the sides a little bit to make it more of a triangle shape. But I started with a flat pancake. That's the easiest way. And then it's just about pinching the shape that you want it to go. When I want to put my nose onto my animal, I need to make sure I'm not forgetting to use my slip and use my scoring. You're gonna use that needle tool to score the back of your nose. And then you're gonna think about where the nose goes. Nose should be on the top, not in the middle or on the bottom. So I'm gonna put some score marks right here. And I'm gonna open up my slip container. Remember, it's just really watery clay. And dip some slip on, dip some slip on. And then I don't want to use super Hulk muscles, but I'm going to push and wiggle so I've got my nose right there. He looks super great. If you wanted to, you could use like the back of your needle tool to push some little dots in. Sometimes puppies have little bumps on their nose, so you could do that, but you do not have to. I can also use a wood tool if I want to go ahead and put a line down the middle for my puppy, or I could go ahead and put a line that's kind of curvy for my puppy, like an upside down letter Y to show his mouth. That would be really great too. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pinch off another little bit of clay. I would say this is about the size of a gumball again. I'm gonna make two little gumballs about the same size, roll them up, and it's really important that you flatten them out. So you can flatten them by pinching like I do, or you could always put it on your little board and you can flatten them into a pancake like that. Now you could have your eyes be flat like this, or if you wanted to, you could put another dot that's smaller, like a little M&M size on top of it that you flatten, and you could put that on top. So now it's an eye inside of it. It's your choice how you want your eyes to look. If you wanted to, you could use a wood tool to push a mark on your eye. You guys decide what kind of eye you are looking for. The most important thing is make sure when you're making your eyes, you take your needle tool and score and use that slip to slip them on. If you forget that, your eyes are gonna fall off and you're gonna have a blind puppy dog or a blind kitty cat. All right, so I've got nose, I've got eyes. Last step is ears. Be really careful because this is where you could have a danger zone. I'm gonna take some clay. I would rather have too much clay than not enough. And I would say this is about the size of a golf ball or a ping pong size. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna roll it into a ball. I'm gonna flatten it into a pancake again. Now when I'm flattening it into a pancake, we want this to be a strong pancake and it's not really bendy right now. If I'm too strong Hulk mode and I make this like a piece of paper, I know puppies have really floppy ears, but this ear is probably gonna break in the kiln because he is just kind of flopping over. So you don't want it to be too fat, but you don't want it to be paper thin. So if I have that happen, oops, no big deal. Put it back into a ball and try it again. I won't push so hard this time. So let's try it one more time. Tap, 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 tap. Now I'm tapping this out. He is not too thin, but not too thick. And I can start thinking about what kind of puppy ear shape do I want? If I want him to have floppy ears, I might need to push on it and pull on it to make it a little bit longer So it's a floppy ear like that. If I want my ear to be kind of like a triangle ear, what I might have to do is I might have to roll a ball and I might have to flatten him out. I can use smaller balls if I'm doing kitty cat, but floppy ears I needed a little bit more clay. And then I can take this and I can turn it into a triangle shape, super easy. All I have to do is take my needle tool and I can very lightly draw my triangle, one line here, one line here. If I like my triangle, I'm gonna go ahead and keep on cutting and cutting. And that's my kitty cat ear. Now, if I'm doing my kitty cat ear, I'm gonna put it behind like that. If I'm doing my puppy dog ear, I'm gonna put it on top like that. If you wanted to do a different kind of puppy dog ear, you could also put this behind and you could fold it over like it's a little bit of a floppy ear. That's another choice. So you have some really good choices to make, but I'm gonna go ahead, I think I'm gonna do floppy ear. So floppy ear, I've gotta score the base. I've gotta score the back, flip them over, like I'm turning my pancake over on the grill, and put some slip on, put some slip on. Please make sure when you attach your ear, if you're doing it behind for your kitty or your puppy, you wanna make sure you push, 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 and then slowly curve that ear over. And you might need to use a little bit of slip to smooth them out. When you are all done with your puppy's ears, give everything a wiggle test. Wiggle, wiggle. If it's staying, great. If it's not, slip and score and attach it again. Give your eyes a wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. He's staying. He's good. Nose is good. Final thing you could do if you would like to, you could keep adding some more texture. You could put some little lines right here for where his whiskers come out. It's up to you how much detail you would like to add for your dog. Friends, the last step is you're gonna bring your dog to the front or cat to the front, and we'll put your magic number on the back and we'll let him out. And next time we see him, we'll be ready to decorate.